Have you ever felt like you're stuck on a hamster wheel, running faster and faster but getting nowhere? You wake up, go to work, pay bills, and then repeat the cycle all over again. This is the rat race, a never-ending loop that a staggering 99% of people will never escape. But why is that? Why do so many people remain trapped in a life they don't truly love? Today, we're going to explore the brutal truth behind this phenomenon. It's not just about money. It's about mindset, habits, and the invisible scripts that run our lives. By the end of this video, you'll understand why so many are stuck, and more importantly, how you can be part of the 1% who breaks free. The first and biggest trap is the illusion of security. From a young age, we are taught to follow a specific path. Go to school, get good grades, find a stable job, and climb the corporate ladder. This path promises safety, a predictable paycheck, benefits, and a pension plan waiting for you at the end of a long career. It sounds sensible, right? It's the dream our parents and grandparents strived for. But this promise of security is often a mirage. In today's rapidly changing world, the concept of a job for life is almost extinct. Companies downsize, industries get disrupted by technology, and the stability you thought you had can vanish overnight. The security is an illusion, but the fear of losing it is very real, and that fear keeps people chained to their desks. Let's talk about a real-world example. Think of Sarah. Sarah is a talented graphic designer working for a large corporation. She's good at her job and earns a decent salary. However, she feels unfulfilled. She dreams of starting her own design studio, where she could work on projects she's passionate about and have more creative freedom. But every time she considers it, the fear kicks in. What about her mortgage? Her health insurance? The steady paycheck? So Sarah stays. She tells herself it's the responsible thing to do. She trades her dreams for the perceived safety of her 9-to-5. Becoming another person running in place on the great big hamster wheel. She has fallen for the illusion of security. Another major reason people stay in the rat race is something called lifestyle inflation. This is a sneaky trap that catches almost everyone. Here's how it works. You get a raise or a promotion at work. Your income increases. What's the first thing most people do? They upgrade their lifestyle to match their new income. They buy a bigger house, a fancier car, more expensive clothes, and go on more luxurious vacations. Their expenses rise right alongside their earnings. Suddenly, that extra money is gone, swallowed up by new monthly payments and commitments. You're earning more, but you don't feel any richer. In fact, you might feel even more trapped. Now you have to keep that high-paying job to support your expensive lifestyle. You've just built yourself a more luxurious cage, but it's still a cage. Scientific research backs this up with a concept known as the hedonic treadmill. A 2006 study published in the Journal of Economic Psychology found that as people's incomes rise, their happiness levels tend to return to their previous baseline over time. This happens because we quickly adapt to our new circumstances. That new car is exciting for a few weeks, but soon it just becomes your car. The initial joy fades, but the monthly payment remains, keeping you tied to the job that pays for it. To escape this, you must consciously fight lifestyle inflation. A simple but powerful trick is to follow the pay yourself first principle. When you get a raise, immediately automate a portion of that new income to go directly into savings or investments before you even see it. For instance, if you get a $500 monthly raise, set up an automatic transfer of $250 to your investment account on payday. This way, you only experience a $250 increase in your take-home pay, making you less likely to inflate your entire lifestyle. You build wealth without feeling the pinch. The third barrier is a powerful psychological one. The fear of the unknown. The rat race, for all its faults, is predictable. You know what to expect each day, each week, each month. Stepping off that path means stepping into uncertainty. Starting a business, pursuing a freelance career, or even just changing industries involves risk. There are no guarantees of success. Our brains are hardwired to avoid uncertainty. A study from University College London showed that the stress of not knowing if something bad will happen can be more taxing than knowing for sure that it will. This is why many people prefer the certainty of a miserable job over the uncertainty of pursuing a dream. They are afraid of failure, afraid of what others will think, and afraid of losing what little they have. This fear paralyzes them, keeping them stuck in a state of comfortable misery. They choose the devil they know over the devil they don't. Think about a real-time example we see all the time. An employee, let's call him Mark, complains about his boss and his boring job every single day. His friends suggest he look for a new job or start that side project he always talks about. Mark's response is always the same. It's not the right time. Or, what if it doesn't work out? He spends hours imagining worst-case scenarios instead of planning for best-case ones. The fear of the unknown has a tight grip on him. He's so focused on the potential for failure that he can't see the potential for incredible success and happiness that lies on the other side of that fear. He remains stuck, not because of his circumstances, but because of his mindset. A crucial element that keeps the rat race spinning is the lack of financial education. Our school systems teach us complex mathematics and history, but they rarely teach us the fundamentals of personal finance. We learn how to earn money, but not how to manage it, grow it, or make it work for us. People finish years of education knowing how to calculate the area of a circle, but not understanding the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket, like a rental property or dividend-paying stocks. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, like a car loan or credit card debt. The simple truth is that people in the rat race spend their lives buying liabilities they think are assets. They believe their primary residence is their biggest asset, but it takes money out of their pocket every month for mortgage, taxes, and maintenance. They finance expensive cars that lose value the second they drive them off the lot. They accumulate stuff on credit, digging a deeper and deeper hole of debt. Without financial literacy, you are essentially flying blind. You can't escape a system if you don't even understand the rules of the game. You'll continue to trade your time for money, working harder and harder, while your money does nothing for you. A simple tip to start building your financial education is to dedicate just 15 minutes a day to learning. Read a chapter of a finance book, listen to a podcast on investing, or watch educational videos online. You don't need to become a Wall Street expert overnight. Just start with the basics: budgeting, saving, understanding debt, and learning about simple investment options like index funds. Small, consistent efforts to increase your financial IQ will have a massive impact over time. It's the single most powerful tool for dismantling your cage. Finally, the rat race is perpetuated by social pressure and the constant comparison to others. We live in a world where everyone's highlight reel is on public display through social media. We see our friends buying new homes, our colleagues getting promotions, and influencers traveling the world. It's natural to feel like we need to keep up. This keeping up with the Joneses mentality is a powerful force that pushes people to make poor financial decisions. You buy a car you can't afford because your neighbor just got a new one. You go on an expensive vacation and put it on a credit card because you saw pictures of a friend's trip. We are constantly measuring our own success against the curated, perfect-looking lives of others. This comparison is a game you can never win because there will always be someone with more. It creates a cycle of desire, purchase, and temporary satisfaction, followed by the financial pressure to pay for it all. It's a direct path to staying broke and stressed, no matter how much you earn. One powerful trick to combat this is to practice a media diet. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate or trigger your spending habits. Curate your social media feed to be a source of inspiration and education, not comparison and envy. Replace that time with activities that bring you genuine joy and fulfillment, not just the appearance of it. Go for a walk in nature, spend quality time with loved ones, or work on a hobby. Focus on your own journey and your own definition of success. The only person you should be competing with is the person you were yesterday. Escaping the rat race isn't about getting rich quick or hating the idea of a job. It's about regaining control of your life and your time. It's about building a life by design, not by default. It requires you to challenge the conventional wisdom you've been taught, to face your fears, to educate yourself financially, and to define success on your own terms. It's not easy, which is why 99% of people never do it. But it is possible. It starts with a single decision to stop running in circles and start building a path toward freedom. What is one step you can take today to start designing your own escape? Let us know in the comments below. And for more insights on how to build a life of financial freedom, make sure you subscribe to Financial Cake.